I wasn't recording the full screen. That's a great move. I don't even know how that happened. G'day, welcome back to the channel, and thank you for joining me in City Skylines 2 and the great town of Test Wansfield. I'm here today not to review the game, but to share my settings with you, what I have used to get it working at 1440p and recording. I bloom and hope there's no drop frames. Now, before I go into the settings, I do want to quickly mention what computer I'm using, because it's fine to have this, tested on a 4090 and everything like that, but end of the day, a lot of us don't have a 4090 and aren't going to get one. What we do have are everyday average graphics cards, like the 2070, and everyday average CPUs, like the i7-7700. And that's what I've got. So these are the results for an i7-7700 and for a 2070 on 64 gigabytes of RAM with a good thermal overhead, so nice and stable. Tiny overclock on the GPU, like a tiny. That is all it is. It is a reasonably average machine, an old machine. I thought they said they didn't have despawning for vehicles in this game. Maybe they still do. Hey, but that is what it is, and it is. Oops, hit spacebar. It is running this game like this. This game has come out somewhat unoptimized. So, many problems. And you can see here, just looking at some of the shadows cast by the vehicles, there are issues. Now, I have... Oh, and also you can see the lines here and there are definitely some issues, and one of them is the anti-aliasing. Another one might be ray tracing. But yes, let's get into those settings and how to get this game playable for you. If you do want to look into a deeper dive on the settings and how they affect the gameplay overall across multiple machines, do check out Gamers Nexus benchmarking of this game on a bunch of cards from like the 970 up through the 4090 or something like that. 980? Or was it a 790? Anyway, some old cards up to really new and powerful cards. So yes, 1440p, and for the love of God, put it in full screen windowed. You might notice I've got VSync on. That's because I'm running on a TV. That's the same reason I want to run on 4K. However, in 1440p, I still have the depth of field disabled, as I would in 4K. Same for graphics, global graphics quality Same can be said for dynamic resolution scale quality, disabled in 1440p and 4K. Anti-aliasing, regardless of the resolution you're playing in, seems to only work in TAA. Don't need to have the highest settings to get a half-decent result, but I have them here. In 4K, I was running low and 2 times. If you have your anti-aliasing set to anything else but TAA, you are going to have horrible results. Now, for the want of expediency, we'll just say that low is the same as high SMAA, and SMAA is slightly better than FXAA. Let's have a look at FXAA with the highest settings. Shadow. Pay attention to the light in the shadow. Once vehicles come to a stop, it's pretty good, but when they're moving above a certain speed, you can see all this horribleness all over their texture. You can also see the aliasing is not great. However, like I was saying, take it back to TAA and leave it on those settings, and it's not perfect. You see the roof of the truck is a lot better. The shadows, they've stopped. Come on, hurry up and move. These guys are moving. You see they're somewhat better. Actually, they're a lot better. There's still the effect is still there, but the reflections are clearer and everything seems a lot more pleasant to the eyes. To continue down. From there, I've got cloud quality settings disabled. I have that for both 1440 and 4K, as well as volumetrics and fog quality, and ambient occlusion. Again, both resolutions. Global illumination quality is set to high. For 4K, I had this at medium. Reflections quality is set to high. I had this to, was it low or medium? I think it was medium. Actually, it was custom. I had this on custom, and I had reduced it down like that. So it was basically medium. Honestly, maybe this could go up some more. But yeah, for 4K, had that set down 1440p, like it is. Depth of field is disabled, as is motion blur. Shadow quality was set right down. And once you change, this is odd, this one. See how it says 512? It says 50, it says 50 now, right? 100, 50, like it goes a bit weird. I had this set like somewhere in here. It just sort of tweak it to your individual computer, but it really hurts the visuals. But it does also improve performance at 4K. 1440 doesn't seem to be a problem. Terrain quality settings, high. This one and level of detail seem to be in some way oddly linked, especially for like trees and stuff and the hedges in gardens. If you put this down anything but high, you're going to get really ugly low resolution sprites pop in, and quite early in sort of the level of detail distance as it gets away from you. So it really is noticeable. So I kept that high in 4K, and I've got it high here. Water quality settings, just pulled down the tessellation a bit. Level of detail was set to high again. Again, yeah, like it just really hurt the. It's really odd. It doesn't seem to be quite as. Like it's too extreme. The way it bring it in, it was too noticeable, and it was like playing a game from a long time ago. These settings are as they came. They are the defaults. That is what I have done to get this working like this and recording. Let's zoom out and have a little look. That's not too bad. There was definitely a noticeable drop in the frames once I started recording. And I mean, noticeable to the point where I noticed the rain slow down. Little farming area, an industrial area that's going to become the new town over there. Heart of the original town. That's going to have to move. We do industry, a bit more industry. That's the new industry island. Yeah, like it's working all right. And there are some, this road's recently been rezoned. But there are some, like I've had moments when I've been following someone around and the looks of the town are pretty good. There are still some things that, like, you get this bendy tiles and whatnot, but it looks really nice. You get up close to the buildings. There's a slight inside to it. It's really cool. Overall, this is a really, really, really nice, visually pleasing game, but it is very demanding and requires some goddamn optimization. So, yeah, devs are going to have to get on with that, and I probably have to redo my boss system, because this is nice, but there's not enough people using them. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please do like and subscribe. If you want to see more City Skylines 2 content or City Skylines, check the card up in the corner or comment down below, and I'll start recording my second town, probably. This is my first town, and I'm going to make lots of mistakes on it and stuff that will drive me insane. Like, you see that lip there? That's just... I'd recommend doing some extra time before you start laying down the buildings, smoothing down the ground. I thought that it'd be nice to just test how it works, but yeah. Anyway, get into that in other videos. Peace out, and I'll catch you next time.